Well, I'm just out here cleaning up some more of the chicken coop, the Chanticleer's coop, raking up a bunch of the feathers that are left here. It's a mild day, so they're not frozen to the ground, so it's a great day to do that. Hubby's over there collecting wood. We're supposed to get some freezing rain tonight, and actually for the next couple days off and on. So he's collecting wood, and I'm out here just tidying up the coop a little bit more. The other chickens, the barnyard, are doing really well still. I just thought I'd give you guys some reflection about what has happened here. And I know the video was really sad and a lot of people sent their condolences. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. We really did love those birds and care for them so much. And it is heartbreaking. But this lifestyle, you know, you move forward and you continue on. And that's what we're doing. Just continuing on and going to be going forward with the next step. And yeah, so I thought, you know what, as I was cleaning, I was just thinking about what all this means. And people ask, you know, how do you just keep going? Like, how do you not just stop having chickens because this happens? And what makes you keep going? So I thought I would just give my reflections about what is going through my head at this time and as I'm cleaning. And, you know, it's interesting. When you see something you love be hurt or die or go through a terrible ordeal, your first instinct is you're sad and you're mad. And you want revenge. You know, you want to correct it. You want to make it better. But you also think about how much you love them and how much joy that they brought you. And I guess my reflection on that is, you know, people ask, like, they even say, I'm like, I don't know what to say, I'm sorry. And all I can say is, this is sin. This right here, this is sin. This is evil and it's horrible. And I don't know. That's sin. That's what sin is. And so in my other video, Modern Homesteading, I talk about the spiritual aspects about this lifestyle. And this is it. This is these lessons that we have, these hard times that we go through. There is so much spiritual aspect to it that I can't ignore it. I'm looking, you know, back at what happened and I'm cleaning up, and all I can think about is I'm not to blame for putting these chickens in this coop. That guilt, that comes from Satan. He did, you know, it's not my fault. I did what I could to protect them. And let's give the real blame where it's supposed to go, and that's the devil. This is his doing. Okay? And I know that you don't get it. And I know it might not make sense to some of you. You're like, oh, it's an animal. Well, that animal, what he did here, it represented everything that Satan stands for. And it's to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's exactly what he did. He demolished these chickens. He killed them. He stole our joy. You know, he stole lives. And when I think about the chickens, people are like, why do you want to get more? Why do you want to continue going on knowing it could happen again? And all I could think about is, you know, I really love these birds. And yeah, they might be just dumb animals to people, but you get attached to them and you love them, you care for them. And if I can love them that much, how much more can God love me? He created me. I didn't create these animals. I just loved them and cared for them, but God created me. And how much more can he love me than an animal when he formed me with his hands? And when I think about it, yeah, people wonder, like, why does sin happen? Why does life still go on? Like, why hasn't God destroyed the earth? He loves us. And as much as this has happened and I want to get chickens again, it's because I love them that much. I love them so much that I want to get them again. I want to protect them even more this time. And that just reflects back onto how God is with me and our family. He loves us that much that he keeps us going because he loves us. And he's going to do more to protect us and more to provide for us. So I guess my reflection on this is just, wow. I was heartbroken and sad because of what happened to these chickens. How much is God sad and heartbroken to the things that are happening to us on this earth? The hard times that we have, the deaths in our family, you know, the illnesses, the injuries. To me, I know this sounds twisted and weird maybe to some people, but as much as this is an awful, evil thing, I see God's love in it, because He loves us so much, and He wants to protect us, and He hurts when we hurt, and He's sad when we're sad. And, you know, we pick up and keep going because God gives us the strength to do so. And I'll keep going. I'm going to try again with these type of chickens, this breed, and I'm going to do that because I love them, and I'm going to protect them, and I'm going to look out for them more this time around. And that's exactly what God is to me. And anyways, that's my reflection on what happened. And I don't wish to offend anybody, but this is what I'm talking about when this homesteading journey has been nothing but a spiritual lesson, because each and every step of the way you find those lessons, and you find how much God really loves you through these things, and how much more He's going to look out for me and protect me and watch over me. And when I get sad, I know that He is sad too. Anyways, I really want to thank you guys for joining, and all those wonderful comments you've been giving to us as support. And, you know, we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. So just want to thank you. Well, hubby just informed me that we have an issue with the greenhouse. So I'm going to take you over, and we are going to go see what's going on with the greenhouse now.
When did we build this? 3 years ago?
Probably 2.
2?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't during COVID.
That's true. So
I think about 3 or 4 years.
3 then, it has to be.
3rd season maybe. Yeah. We had a dumping of snow, then we had like heavy snow, then it froze.
Yeah.
And then all that rain, so it would make the snow heavy again. And we would have had about almost a foot or more of snow on top of this that you probably should have cleared off, but
I mean, last year I don't think I even came out until
maybe once or twice, but that was around February or so.
Yeah.
Never really in December.
Is it fixable, honey?
I think so. So if you had seen the video on MiAnU Acres, Angie was asking us questions and showing the greenhouse and certain things that we would have done differently. So even though this is wrecked a little bit, what we can still do is salvage some of this. And what we would end up doing is I would get another track for here and then put this top plastic on that.
We actually still have tracks in
We
the
still have
greenhouse.
tracks, yeah, and wiggle wire. So then from there, so this would be the top part. And theoretically, we could also put the front on that wiggle wire as well, because we already have the wiggle wire here, and then we just bring it over here and then put the second wiggle wire onto that.
So this is the wiggle wire and track that we're talking about.
Yeah, so this is all one plastic, so it'll be probably a lot better to have the front and the back separate.
Yeah.
We probably won't do much with the backside quite yet, just because it's still all right, but because this is there and stuff, so I'll have to reinforce the bracing and maybe just add a couple more pieces to make sure it's braced. I also only ended up using a little 1x2, 1x3 for the center support, so it just snapped from the weight of the snow.
Over here, this is gonna pop out soon.
Pop out eventually, most likely. If it doesn't, we'll still be able to use that side. The only thing we would do, again, like I said, we would just basically cut it to here, because I think we still have excess plastic underneath here. So if that's the case, I think we have extra. So even though we may have this little hole here, we can just flip it around, and it should give us hopefully enough plastic that's needed. But if not, we do have a little bit of extra. Yeah, I believe.
And
we do.
a sturdier door might be one of our major things to do also.
Well, I mean, the sturdy door, it's not for the support of the building or the greenhouse. Just make it a little bit more accessible. Because I kind of keep things fairly tight, so it's tight to the ground and tight to the side.
It's hard to open.
I don't. I used to work at a factory, and we worked with thous, so I have that mindset of thou when it comes to building stuff sometimes. So.
No room for wood expanding and moisture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
You worked with metal.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways.
Okay. Well, another project.
Yeah. Won't be doing this until the springtime, though. But what we should probably try and do is once some of the snow is off of this, I could try and put some bracing up, and hopefully that'll help with the rest of the remaining of the snow year that we have.
There's always something. Hey?
Yep.